1, 2, the bunny man's coming for you. 3, 4, better up the score. 5, 6, grab your bricks and sticks. 7, 8, better not hesitate. 9, 10, never see him again. 9, 10, never see him again. 9, 10, never see him.
I got the idea for the shot actually from the movie The Candyman, directed by Nia DaCosta. So yeah, CHRM Filmworks is my production company. This was our first project under the company as well. So yeah, just tune in with me. Like I said, I'll give some notes, some behind the scene insights as well. So the project was really inspired by the Blair Witch Project. So my idea was I wanted to do like a Baltimore version of the Blair Witch Project. My uncle Greg, may God rest his soul, he gifted me a Sony handheld camera, which took those mini VHS tapes. So the film was shot analog, and then I had to convert it into digital. So it has like that grainy footage, from the VHS. As you can see, it says Sony camcorder right there. And yeah, man, I love shooting with that camera. It's literally one of my favorite cameras to shoot with. I have 3 of them actually. So once my uncle gifted me that one, I went ahead and bought 2 more just because I just loved, the look of film. Just something that just cannot be duplicated or replaced. So yeah, so like I said, there's no budget to the Bunny Man. It was just me, Tara, my brother, my niece Quay, and we just filmed it. It took about probably 2 to 3 months for me to film the entire thing, and then like another 3 to edit it, and finally put it out. So I started filming it in September of 2023, and then I premiered and had a screening for it in March of 2024. Right around my birthday. So just something I was just really excited about. I'm really proud of this film. Like I said, it was no budget. It's just me going around filming and just making up the best of it. So Act 1 is just really like an introduction to myself, Baltimore, and kind of like the what the Bunny Man is actually about. So for those that aren't from Baltimore, the Bunny Man is a person or people, I'm not sure, but someone has been practically terrorizing the Baltimore community for so many years. And by terrorizing, I mean chasing kids, chasing people, indecent exposure. So like walking around either fully naked or half naked, wearing a bunny costume. So you'll see one of the interviews I did with my niece. She said that the guy was wearing a pink bunny mask, rabbit head or bunny man head mask or whatever. I don't know what you call it, but yeah. So but the thing about it is everyone has like a different story of the Bunny Man. So like some people said they've seen him like over east. Some people said they've seen him over west. Cherry Hill, South Baltimore, like Glen Burnie, you know what I mean? So it's just like it's so many different stories. It's just kind of hard to like pinpoint who exactly it is or what's really going on. My thought is, it seems like it's like a copycat thing. I can't imagine one person having so many incidents in so many different locations, but I mean, you never know. So right here, I'm just giving a little bit of background on Baltimore. I'm showing the American flag because Baltimore is the home of the Star Spangled Banner. But one of the creators of the actual flag itself, that version of it, was a young black girl by the name of Grace Wisher, and I talk about that in the film right here. It hasn't really been like a confirmation on whether or not she was a slave. Baltimore did have slaves in the early 1800s, but they also had people that were free that lived here as well. But my assumption is she was a slave or was hired out as a servant, which is essentially what they did back then. Just to kind of, I guess, erase the stigma of the S word, you know what I mean? But yeah, just the irony of a little black girl helping to sew this flag, and just a few years ago, you know, so the images that you see in the film, I downloaded those from the Library of Congress for free. So my thought with it was I kind of wanted to feel like a student film. So those elements of, you know, having the actual still images included was to kind of give it that feel. Definitely, you gotta be on point here. Like, keep your head on the swivel, unless you like in a safe neighborhood. But stuff go down even B-roll of well, Westport, which is a neighborhood adjacent to Cherry Hill. That's the viaduct, aka Route 40. Lore, which is Baltimore slang for little. If you like really from here, you know what I mean? Like, unless you like you tied into some shit, you feel me? Like, then there'd probably be a situation like that. But for the most part, like, you can just chill, you can stay out the way, you ain't really gonna have no problems, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But everybody experience a little different for real. Yeah. I mean, I love living here. You know, it has its challenges, but it's a really great city, interesting city that has so much to offer. You know, Baltimore will always have a place in my heart. All right, so Act 2 in film school, this is always referred to as fun and games. Right here, I'm interviewing my actual niece, so two of them. Tink is the younger one. That's my niece Quay right there. Quay actually saw the Bunny Man while she was in middle school, so she talks about her experience seeing him while she was standing on the bus stop one night, or one evening rather, and he approached her. So yeah, like, this is my blood niece.
So what you want to hear about the story?
Yeah, just tell me the story. Okay. So none of this is scripted.
Come home from school around this time. It's like 2014-ish. It would be around like what? Right around this time actually. I'm coming home from school. It gets dark early. I'm in after school programming activities. So of course I get home a little late than usual, especially during the fall. I walk over here to this bus stop. It's right around this time. It's dark. I'm the only person too. Nobody else got off the bus stop. Nobody else was at the bus stop.
Yeah, no friends with you, nobody. Just by yourself.
I ain't had no friends at this time. No friends from over west. All my friends is from over east. So therefore, I had to catch the bus by myself. And I'm just minding my business. I had a little Samsung Galaxy, my little first phone in middle school. So I'm just sitting right there, just chilling, vibing out. And since I'm by myself in this dark, I was raised to be extra aware of my surroundings, and you see right here, it's dark. It's dark. So I just keep looking behind my shoulder and just making sure I'm good. It was traffic, but like, what they gonna do? Nothing. Okay, so as I'm looking back, I think it's a deer, because deers be right here. Deers frequent right here. This is Drew Park, like that's where deers be. So
that's a still image of Drew Park from back in the day, like when it was first developed.
Rustling with the leaves, like the trees. So I look back again. I noticed that this is like a torso. Like, it's not no deer, it's a person. And he get a little closer. I'm still paying no mind because homeless people do live back there too. But I shouldn't see his skin. I seen skin. It was pale skin. And that's another image from Library of Congress. So again, just try to add a different layer to it. And then, I mean, it could have been a
like, instead of like a typical B-roll, which I do have.
I
I
seen
wanted
that he was naked.
the still images to kind of
So I couldn't really
act
make
as
out
that
at
as
first.
well.
So it was just white, pale, and it was something as far as the head. And the head wasn't. That's why I thought it was a deer, because it was like something coming from out the head. So I seen a bunny mask, and it's late enough. I'm like 12 years old. I run across the street all the way to this gas station. Been right here forever. And I just wait right there. He don't come. He come probably about where that brick, you see that little brick right there?
Where?
In the ground, or if it's like a...
Oh, okay, I see
He
it.
come like right there and then go about his business after I ran across the
Hey,
street.
is he like facing you?
He's
facing you the whole time?
He was facing me the whole time.
Damn.
Like, he didn't have on, I won't say butt naked, but it was torso out.
Definitely no shirt on.
Yeah, no shirt and no pants. Because I could see his skin on his legs too. And that's how he looked. And I've heard stories about him growing up, so I wasn't giving him no chances.
So what's some of the stories you heard about him growing up?
Okay. I was a baby, and so I got told stories about it growing up, because I've always asked, what's the bunny man? What is that? And then I seen it for myself, so now I got my own story. But back to that. So he be like up and down in little forest trees, I don't know. But even when they was playing basketball, and everybody just was like, the bunny man coming, and they ran. Like I said, I was a baby. And it was like he was naked. I can't say he was completely naked, but he ain't have on no shirt.
Yeah.
No
The infamous no shoot zone graffiti that you find on buildings, on sidewalks. You find that everywhere around Baltimore.
Do whatever he want to do with you. I don't know nobody that got snatched by him and took him, but you know how stories is, so. And he was trying to snatch the little boys up. I don't know if you like little boys.
Yeah, so as I was interviewing her, I could tell that she was still like a little bit shooken up from the incident. Even when we decided to walk into the woods, she was a little reluctant to do it, but I just let her know I got your back. We good. So yeah, that's my heart though, man. Couldn't thank her enough for participating and just sharing her story. Thank you, Quay. Love you, Quay.
Told my mother, and my brother was like, yeah, I remember we seen him. And I remember the story he told me again. But I always remembered it because that's spooky.
Yeah, so his story was similar to yours then?
Yeah,
like they
he
saw
was
him
naked and he was like trying to snatch me and be weird and creepy. Yeah, I was by myself, so it was the perfect opportunity to get me.
Dang.
It was. I was terrified, but
so
my instinct was like,
did you do anything, like, did you come back to this bus stop? Or
no. For a good rest of the school year, I went to Mondawmin because I'm trying to catch the 85, so I would stop right here sometimes, catch the 85 if it's coming right up. I went to Mondawmin for the rest of the school year. I was not having it. And I still don't like being right here for real.
For real? All right, we got to go there.
It's not that deep.
Watch your step. It's like a slant.
I'm not going down.
Oh, you're not going down. Alright, so now right here, this is me and Tara. We in Lincoln Park. Everybody call it Lincoln Park. If you're from Baltimore, you call it Lincoln Park, but it's really Lincoln Park. So this was one of the areas where a lot of people said they seen the bunny man or heard of him being at. So this was just like a regular Saturday. I just grabbed the camera and told Tara, she want to come with me, she can come with me.
Shit.
And we went up there and just started looking around. And out of nowhere, literally, this is my first time ever going to Lincoln Park too. I always heard about it, but never been there. So I was discovering all this stuff for the first time. So we saw this little house. We like, oh shit, like, is this it? You get me, like, off the rip. So we walked up there. Tara ain't want to go. I was cool with it. She was like, nah, don't do it. And I was like, well, should I go inside? She like, no. I still went in there. So inside, it seemed like it was like a some type of locker room or something like that, because it was like a bathroom stall in there.
What you find?
A black glove.
Uh-oh.
Not creepy at all. There's two of them. In my True Detective bag, you get me? This is evidence right here.
Yeah.
Evidence bag.
Right next to the house. Where you go?
Found 3 pieces of evidence. We got 2 black gloves. Yeah, this was a really fun day of shooting though. You know, I couldn't have been more happy and proud of what I was able to get on film. This van was just right there. I was like, damn, that's a cool shot.
Day like 20.
So growing up, remember the apartments we rode by? I was saying my grandmother lived right there. So that was really like the first. That's where my grandma used to live at. God rest her soul, rest in peace, Lolly. I love you. I know you're looking down on me. Like the kids and stuff around there would say the bunny man would come out of the woods around there. And I didn't know that at the time that we was literally, the apartment building was like literally behind Lincoln Park.
Right.
So if you from Baltimore, you know that Lincoln Park, like, got a history of people just burying people here, dead bodies popping up there. So it's like low key haunted for real. So, but the thing about it, it's a real nice park. Like, it's a beautiful park. Like, you know, it's maintained well. It wasn't no trash out there. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what's inside of it? That's a different story. Like, people be popping up dead there, all types of stuff.
You look like an Egyptian god.
This shit looked too big. That spot was funny. Sarah talking about her black side kicking in. Your black side. I'm always doing too much. I live in too much.
You're doing too much.
And I always love going to the extreme. If you're not at the edge of things, you taking up too much space. You feel me? Like, you gotta push life and push yourself to the limits. That's the only way you gonna grow.
In Baltimore, and you trying to go in a dark city.
She ain't want to go in there. She ain't want me to go in there, but of course I did. What the hell?
Okay, come out.
10-4. And again, I'm seeing all this stuff for the first time. Even though I lived here all my life, I had never been to Lincoln Park. Cause I'm from the north, Old York, so it's like I ain't really had no business over west. You feel me? So yeah. But look at this person just like levitating over here.
What did they do with the wheel?
Oh, it's a cornfield. So this is who the park is named after. Of course, it's named after a white man, James Wilson Lincoln. I mean, Frederick got his own school, but still, like, get my man a park too. Real shit, like, except for Frederick Douglass. Fred was a real one, bro. Like, Fred was the one that wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. If it wasn't for Frederick Douglass, man, Abraham, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna get into that. Do your research, do your Googles. Look up what Frederick Douglass meant to Abraham Lincoln. On the hill. And this is one of the places. Alright. I can go on about that all day. Alright, but this me up where we at? Oh, up Lamel. Again, some more West Side shit. I never been up there before. Again, it's my first time seeing this, so. But it was one of the places where a lot of people were saying they saw the bunny man that growing up was up Lamel, specifically on the hill behind the school. So that's where I went at. And oddly enough, those train tracks was there as well. And you'll see that's kind of like a recurring theme in the spots where people just said that they've seen them.
So just imagine, you know, you leaving school, or you know, maybe you had to stay late for detention or something like that, and the thought of the bunny man coming out of the woods and grabbing you on your way from school is kind of crazy when you really think about it. On to the next.
So what I wanted to establish was how the camera belonged to me the whole time, and then you'll see at the end, or have your own interpretation of that, you know, at the end of the film. But
So right now,
the ownership and who the camera belongs to says a lot at the end.
major project.
All right, so now we in Cherry Hill. That's where my family from, my mom's side of the family. All of them from Cherry Hill.
So when I was talking to my brother,
Wilmore Court, Spelman Road, Round Road.
he used to be behind he used to be on the train tracks behind my grandma's old house. So that's where we going at now. Something about the train tracks though, it's like, are you covering your tracks? You know what I mean? No pun intended. Like, what's the deal with being around the train tracks? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm gonna just pull right here. I found the tracks. So I'm just pull right here. Oh yeah, so this makes sense. Like, look at all this. You can see the train tracks right over here. So this way they said the bunny man used to be at. So it's like you can really get to the other side from right here. You see that's the light rail coming through. So I mean, this is one of the spots, but it's so much space that you can kind of get in and get out, and nobody would never really even know you was here. I'm gonna find them. I'm definitely gonna find them. Go and put these on here.
Those aren't the actual gloves from that day, but I just went and got some and, you know, recreated them as best as I could.
Come on, Grandma. I got it.
Oh. Okay.
You wanna go back?
Yeah.
Alright.
Did
You gonna wait in the car?
I'm waiting for.
You got the walkie-talkie, right?
Yeah.
Up until this moment right here, this is when it becomes quote unquote scripted. So
10-4.
my brother put on the bunny man costume and walked through the woods.
You okay? I got eyes on you.
Yep.
I don't know what's ahead of me.
Are you good?
We shot this on 2 different days, about a week or maybe a week and a half apart. You good?
I can't hear you. Say it again.
No, I asked was you good.
Worried about you. Are you good?
I just heard something.
Maybe you should come on back.
Or maybe not. Shit. No. Only thing I guess I would have done different here, I wish I would have added like some jump scares. So probably like right here.
Yeah, Mama. This is you real.
Again, kind of that feel of Blair Witch Project where you drop the camera. And I absolutely loved the ending. I thought the ending was like so perfect.
Maybe you should come on back.
The camera belonged to me the entire film, but as you see, the camera was on the Bunny Man mask. So who has the camera? Do I have the camera or does the Bunny Man have the camera? I just want to say thank you to Artscape and the committee with the Beyond the Real for selecting the project. It means a lot for up and coming filmmaker from the city where, we don't get those opportunities. But, I'm starting to see more and more with the current administration. So thank you to Mayor Brandon Scott for investing in the arts. It just means so much to the creatives here. And, it's just a pleasure and an honor to be a part of this. And cannot thank you all more. And I'm excited for the future.
I started asking them, like, yo, you serious? What the fuck happened? So I told the niggas I be buying weed and shit from. And yeah, I mean, niggas posted up around that bitch for like a whole weekend. You know what I mean? Saying what the fuck was what. But ain't shit gonna shake them niggas mind up like that. But yeah, them little boys wasn't making that shit up. It really was somebody praying on them. Cause I could tell that it happened by the way that they was talking about it. None of the men was even paying them no mind. None of the other men was even paying their little ass no mind. Not one. They're not making that shit up. They're not lying. You feel me?
Right.
They're not Tyler Perry shit. This ain't no dissertation. They really being attacked.
Right.
So what we gonna do? We gonna go to the club or we gonna mount up? How is this not alarming?
Right.
How are we ignoring it? How do these motherfuckers feel it's comfortable to do it right in front of us? You feel me?
Right.
It was different. They used to come as coaches and da 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 da. Now it's just riding, untouched, untapped. Do what you want. You feel me? To the point where it's right before they go to school, niggas straight after them. You feel me?
That's crazy.
Shit different, P. You talking to me, you feel me? So,
Yeah, I already know what it is. He ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Bullshit.